Alright guys, so it's slippery out today, but we're gonna go do a test. Just a short test. I'm shooting this part on the Insta360 One R, but we're going to be heading down to a little conservatory in our area. So, but it's very wintry, as you can tell, today. And I've decided to try to go for a walk every day. So, doesn't matter what it's like, we're gonna try to go out and test something. So today, we're gonna test 2 new cameras. Alright, let's go. Okay guys, so we're here. It's about 2 kilometer walk from our house, so that's not too bad. And it's snowing, which is actually kind of nice. Should be a good test for these 2 cameras. So the 2 cameras at question are the new MokaCam Alpha 3 MokaCam, which is or was an IndieGoGo. Now I know a lot of people still haven't gotten it. It took me over a year and a half to get it. So we'll see how it does, because it's going up against the GoPro Hero 7, and that was the camera that it was kind of flaunting itself against. So we're going to see what the image quality is like. We're going to take it through here and just give it some tests. All the footage from now on will be with those 2 cameras. Alright guys, so we've got both cameras set up, just walking around. It's snowy, wintry out. It's kind of nice, and it's also not a lot of people out today, which is also good. Now I will have to say, with the MokaCam, because it has the little flip-up screen, that's kind of nice, because, well, you can see and position yourself in the frame really nice. The hope is with the GoPro that I'm framing myself. I do have a little bit of an issue with the fact that the MokaCam screen is a little bit of a pivot. It's not straight, but I can make do. But for this part here, we're really concerned with the stabilization that the camera is giving us, as well as the audio recording. So we're actually shooting with both of these, and they're connected to a like a Gorilla Pod type mount, and we're gonna keep walking. Yep. Exercise. Who'd have figured? In the winter. Alright, let's go. So I have to keep my one glove off because with both cameras, it's really hard, I find, to be able to hit the buttons and do everything that you need to do with gloves on. So get photography gloves, which is something I'm hoping to get to pick up, and or else you're like this in the middle of winter. This can be a pain, but more audio test, and in a way we're testing to see the waterproofing a little bit because it's snowing and both these cameras are getting a little wet. All right, we're gonna continue on. A bit more walking, and then we'll head home. Okay, let's go walking, shall we? The other thing I've noticed, actually, the GoPro 7, I put it on the wide, but not like the ultra wide, because I figured the MokaCam is at its widest that it can be right now, and I figured I'd give it, you know, a bit of help by not shooting the GoPro in its ultra wide, but shooting in its just standard wide. And I still think, just by looking at the display, I think the GoPro is even wider with, or just in that wide mode. If you were to go to ultra wide, it would be way wider. So something to kind of consider too. If you're looking at this for especially like action sports, having really a big wide field of view is really nice, and that the GoPro definitely kind of has that beat for sure. The one day I decided to go for a walk without my big lens, and Canada geese are like, there's like a million of them, and they're all like taking off, landing on the water, taking off with the snow. So disappointed right now. Oh, if only they would have held off. Maybe they'll be here tomorrow. Maybe I'll swing back tomorrow and take a look. So sad. Those would have been awesome. So awesome. All right. Alright, so back on the Insta360 right now. Here's the little setup that we were shooting with. This little guy right here. I had it on the GorillaPod, which is now holding the Insta360, just so you guys know. That was it. So the two cameras were as close as I could get them to being kind of the same angle and everything. So we'll see. I'm gonna pack it up. As you can see, they're a bit wet. Well, it is what it is, right? We do that kind of stuff to test. And yeah, that's all. All right, I'm gonna head home, and we'll take a look at the footage and let you know what we think. All right, another 2-kilometer walk home, I guess. All right, okay, see you there. Okay guys, so we are back home, and I've been looking at the footage and going over the GoPro and the Moka Alpha 3, Moka 3 Alpha, MokaCam, whatever it's called. You know, I still think the GoPro 7 is better, without question. I think it just has that nicer, wider field of view, which I really like. The colors in most of them, not all of them, but most of them I thought were better. And I actually think the GoPro 7 dealt with movement better, as well as just the stabilization. The stabilization in general is just not like crazy better, but it is better without question. And it can possibly have to do with the fact that it's just wider, so it has more information or a bigger scene to kind of work with when it's trying to do that stabilization. I also notice when you use the GoPro in its ultra wide, the stabilization is even better, again, because it has that extra field of view and extra information and things to look at to kind of find reference points to help with its stabilization. But I did think the MokaCam actually did better than I thought it was going to do. Again, you have to just realize it's not as wide, for sure. It's not as wide. For the most part, I found the colors to be maybe a little bit warmer than the actual GoPro Hero 7. Not that that's a bad thing. If you like it to be warmer, that's great. If not, it would be something that was easy to color correct. These were, I didn't touch anything here. This is all straight out of camera. The audio, the GoPro just wins. It's night and day. The audio out of the MokaCam is okay. It's got a really low end muffle to it, and that's a hard thing for it to clean up. Now, supposedly it does have external mic support, so that could help. But the GoPro Hero 7, without question, you could use it without an external mic, and it only gets better with an external mic. So that's a big thing as well. The big perk, of course, of the MokaCam is that little flip-up display. So that flip-up display works nicely. You know, it's here, right? Just so you guys can see it. There's that flip-up display. And I was using it, without question, I was using that there. But that angle still bothers me a little bit. I don't know if it should, but it does. And I was a little concerned. It's not crazy cold out, but it was cold. You know, it was minus 5 degrees Celsius, so not horribly cold, but still cold. And my concern would definitely be because, you know, the metal in there seems really quite fragile. And I don't know, with the cold, I was a little concerned that I was going to break something out there. And it wasn't really cold. Now, the battery actually, if you looked at the battery reading, the battery on the MokaCam was actually doing better than the GoPro. But the GoPro batteries are also quite a bit older, and this is a brand new battery, so that's to be expected. You know, if you have one, there's been a lot of people out there that are just slamming it, and I think it's got a big emotional response right now, and people are just like, oh, it's garbage, it's crap, it's garbage, it's whatever. I don't think it is. I think it's, again, I think there's an emotional response to it, people saying how bad it is without even seeing it or having it in their hands yet. And I get it. It was a year and a half for me to get a hold of it too. I bought a GoPro Hero 7 because I was waiting for this. Is a year and a half warranted? No, of course, GoPro Hero has a 9 out now, so technology's moved on, and now we finally get a camera that's really 2 years old. But this flip-up screen's kind of nice. I'll give it that. That's kind of nice. You know what? If they sold this brand new for $150, I'd say it's good. It's actually really quite good. And for someone on a budget, I think it would be a really good alternative. Like I said, colors were good. Stabilization was decent. Not quite as good as the GoPro Hero 7, but decent. Sound needs some work, but it does have external mic support. Flip-up screen, actually, that's a nice perk. Without question, that's a nice perk. I just don't know how strong it is or if it'll break soon. I don't know. But this is just, you know, personal opinion based on going out and shooting with it. You know, I'm happy with it. I think it'll be a good complementary camera to the GoPro, and for getting second shots and things like that, or in a scenario where I have an external mic and we can try it with that, and that flip up screen is just nice for framing for sure. But the other downside, of course, is it's MokaCam versus GoPro. If you are going out to buy accessories for a MokaCam, I don't even know where you would look. And I have no idea what kind of accessories. Sure, you can get some standard GoPro accessories, but are you going to find extra batteries just on Amazon? Or are you going to be able to find cages or be able to find waterproof housings or et cetera, et cetera? Probably not. GoPros, you can sneeze and walk over a GoPro accessory. So that's something to also take into consideration if you're looking at these two cameras. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna put links to GoPro Hero 7 down there. I don't even know where you would get a MokaCam now. I have no idea, and I'd be concerned that if you were to order a MokaCam, who knows when you'd get it, because they haven't even fulfilled, I don't think, all their IndieGoGo campaign stuff, and it's been, you know, coming up on a year and a half, 2 years. So GoPro Hero 7 stuff down below if you're like, yeah, that's the way I'm going. That's the route I want to take. Because I'd be like, yeah, that's a good route. And that's it, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that little bell. Booyah! And we'll see you guys next video. Later, my friends.